Our event shall begin in a few minutes. Once more, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly find your way into the ballroom. Our event shall begin in a few minutes. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Kindly find your way into the ballroom. Our event shall begin in a few minutes. Also, we will have a question and answer portion later this evening. And if you would like to throw in a question for our REMAX officers, Mr. Leonard Campos, President of REMAX Philippines, and Mr. Chip Brecken, Director of Global Developments for REMAX, please send your questions to 0905 331-5405. Once more, we will have a question and answer portion later this evening. If you would like to throw in a question for our REMAX officers, please send your questions to 0905-331-5405. Thank you. And Business Authorities, Mr. David Celdran and Ms. Ria Tanhuatco Trillo.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ria.
Hey there, David.
I really love the REMAX hot air balloons. Apparently, it means up above the crowd.
Absolutely.
Well, truly, REMAX is the #1 real estate franchise business in the world, so they are up above the crowd. Good evening, Ria. Good evening, everyone.
All right, you've definitely come to the right place this evening. We're giving a warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to this very special cocktail event. And we're gathered here tonight not only to welcome exciting opportunities in Philippine real estate, but also to gain career and business insights from colleagues, leaders, and driven industry professionals like you. But before we begin, of course, we want to thank the sponsors who made this evening possible. I'm talking about Property 24, Property Asia, Per Square, and of course, Federal Land.
That's correct. Now, Ria and I, we cover business stories for ABS-CBN News Channel. And you could imagine that we're very familiar with Remax as a brand. But Ria especially, I don't know if you know this, but she's not only a real estate agent, she's also, like many of you here, a Remax broker agent. So,
That's right, and proudly so.
so, you know, practically when you say Remax, anyone working in the real estate industry knows who Remax is. It's one of the largest and longest running real estate franchising companies in the world. In a span of just 40 years, Remax has grown to become a billion-dollar business that has expanded in every continent and has no plans of slowing down. Now, the question is, how does a company grow so quickly like this? How does a business in this industry reach this level of success?
Well, what they say is you want to look at a company's success, you want to look at their core, and that means looking at their values and the philosophy of that business. At the heart of the Remax philosophy is the idea that the success of the individual helps drive the success of all others. And it's all about people. Now, I know that might sound like it's true for all the other businesses out there, but those of us who are engaged in the business of real estate know how especially true that is, because when it comes to real estate, it really is all about people.
You bet. It's all about people. The Remax's mission is to provide opportunities to real estate practitioners to transform their realty offices into world-class brokerage firms with the help of its vast global network. At Remax, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. With the constant support of the company's strong network, so you can focus on doing what you do best, which is why everybody wins with Remax.
Exactly. Everybody wins. So tonight, we welcome opportunities for bigger wins as we hear from the real stories of leaders in Philippine real estate. Tonight's event is also a rare opportunity to tackle the challenges commonly faced by real estate professionals. And we have experts with us tonight to discuss and share solutions to these challenges. And we'll be having brief conversations with them, of course.
We will indeed. Ria and I can't wait to chat with our guests, but before anything else, we'd like to welcome on stage the country manager of Remax Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, here for the welcome remarks, please welcome Ms. Michelle Perlas.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you, David. It's nice to see a lot of familiar faces in the crowd. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. Thank you all for coming. I would like to especially thank our board of directors for being in full force. Thank you, guys. Okay, good evening, everyone. It warms my heart to see all of you here this evening, especially since we are one of the most hardworking industries in contemporary times. After all, this is where it all becomes real. I know that we've all seen ourselves through the toughest challenges, from the most demanding of customers in the most uncertain times to the toughest competitive environments. But then again, we've all seen it all. The greatest triumphs, the biggest thrills, and the best rewards. When we contextualize it against one of the world's most active democracies and the most dynamic economies, the stakes are certainly higher, and the potential success even sweeter. This is why we are all here tonight. As a global leader in real estate and one of the most recognized brands in the world. Today's economic milieu demands of us a way to do better business, a path to a more professional environment that can only spell greater success for all of us. At Remax Philippines, this way to better business starts with a global brand, but can only ever move forward with the power of its people. That's us. And by people, I mean Filipinos like you, who are among the most driven, hardworking, and successful people we have the honor of knowing. Tonight, we invite you to know us in return. A global brand that has always stood for international success, now a local presence in search of partners who will join us on the road to greater success. Tonight, we invite you to know more about REMAX, the principles it stands for, the people it stands behind, and the potential it holds for you. Maraming salamat and mabuhay.
All right, thank you very much for that inspiring message. That was, of course, REMAX Philippines Country Manager Michelle Perlas for the welcome remarks. Now, as we move on to the next part of tonight's program, we have a few words straight from the president of REMAX himself, Mr. Jeff Lewis.
Hello, I'm Jeff Lewis, president of REMAX, coming to you from REMAX World Headquarters in Denver, Colorado. I'd like to welcome you all to the official grand opening of the REMAX Philippines region. I'm sorry I'm not there with you in person, but I want to let you know how pleased we are that this day has arrived. The new regional presence offers an incredible opportunity to real estate brokers and agents throughout the country. Bold individuals who choose to join the world's #1 real estate network will elevate the industry and set a new standard for how business is conducted here. Real estate professionals with a passion for service, especially those with a truly global brand, change lives. They improve their communities. They make a real difference. That, more than anything, is the reason REMAX has grown into a network of over 100,000 agents in almost 100 countries. It's why we do what we do. And the potential for growth and success in the Philippines is limitless. When an outstanding regional team comes together with outstanding brokers and agents, the results are staggering. We've seen it happen all over the world, so we know it will happen here too. We should note, though, that success doesn't come overnight. Building the brand in a new region takes hard work, true commitment, and a resolve to never, ever quit. The right regional leaders are in place here, and there's no doubt that brokers, agents, buyers, and sellers throughout the Philippines will benefit from having REMAX in their country. So from all of us at REMAX World Headquarters, congratulations to those of you who've worked so hard to make this day possible. We're behind you every step of the way and proud to have you with us. We thank you for all that you've done and for all that's still to come.
Okay, a very heartwarming message from REMAX International. So up next, David, we're going to change things up a little bit, right?
That's correct. We're going to shake things up a bit by putting some of our top executives on the hot seat. No, just kidding. We're going to be asking them some questions about your industry. And I'm sure apart from the party we're having here tonight, we all want to come home with something new about this industry we belong to. So, without further ado, please welcome on stage Mr. Eddie Santos, REMAX region owner and representative, who'll be answering some questions about our industry this evening. Eddie, please join us. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie over here on the hot seat. No,
On the hot seat.
Just some really burning questions, right, Ria?
Yes, exactly. You know, investors, whether they're on the buyer side or they're on the seller side, they have this nagging question on their mind, for better or for worse. And it is there a bubble in the Philippine real estate scene?
Actually, Ria, that's one of the most asked questions of me. They ask me, Eddie, you know, if I buy a property right now, is there going to be a bubble? Well, I think there isn't, for three reasons. Number one, we're one of the fastest growing economies in Asia. Our GDP is actually 5.5%. And next to China, the best place to invest in is the Philippines. one property in China, Japan, or Hong Kong. You could buy 3 properties here. Number 2, we're blessed with a country of 100 million people. Out of that 100 million people, 10 million are working overseas. In fact, this morning I saw in the newspaper, the ASCALs, in North Korea, they had overseas workers beside them.
In North Korea.
In North
Can you
Korea.
imagine that? Yeah.
Yeah. So it basically means there's a Filipino working in all the 200 countries of the world. When they make good money abroad, they make their fortune abroad. And mind you, these workers are not the refugees type. These workers are the highly educated, talented, and in some industries, some of our very best people. When they earn good money abroad, they bring it back to the Philippines. The first 2 things they buy, number 1 is a car, and number 2 is real estate. So I feel that there's still going to be a glut. If you see the skyline of Hong Kong and Singapore, and you compare the skyline of the Philippines, Hong Kong with a 9 million population, and Singapore with a population of 5.6 million. You compare these 3 skylines, the skylines of the Philippines, the skyline of Singapore and Hong Kong, we're not even 1/3 of it. It is projected that more than 1 million homes will be needed in the next 5 years. And I think the macroeconomic factors of the Philippines is very set in place.
That's 2. The third.
And the third one, of course, we're blessed with a young population. I think the average age of the Philippines is 23 years old. So with that, most people at that age, they stay with their parents all the way till they're 25, 30, till the day they get married. But now it changes because of the BPO industry, the business processing outsource. Some of them at the age of 21, 22, they rent their own condominium. And between the ages of 22 to 30, they try to buy a studio. By the time to get 30 years old, they now upgrade to a 1-bedroom. By the time they get married at around 35 or 40, they now sell that property and buy a 2nd bedroom, or they buy a second property for sale, for rental purposes. So that, in essence, I think there won't be a glut for the next, at least I would say 5 years.
So I hope you all are listening over there, especially in the back. 3 reasons why Eddie Santos of REMAX believes there is no property bubble right now. Now, granted, and a lot of analysts actually do agree with you and REMAX with your assessment, but some people are saying that perhaps we're due to some correction, not a bubble bursting, but a correction, maybe a quick downturn. How can brokers protect themselves, insulate themselves from this possibility? Not necessarily it's going to happen, but from this possibility.
That's where the wonderful brand of REMAX comes in. Because in REMAX, we train you to become the best agents. Whenever you sell properties, we actually teach our agents to do leasing, to do property management, and expand their horizon. We make the agents actually able to cater in different industries. Some of them do rentals, some of them do sales, some of them do across the board. And with REMAX, we have the proper tools. We have REMAX University, which will give you training programs 24/7 on demand. And of course, it's a fantastic network that we have. Right now, we're in 104 countries. We have over 100,000 agents. The good thing about it is that if you're a REMAX agent, you could do business in any of the 104 countries where REMAX is located. For example, if you're a real estate broker here in Manila, you could call our affiliate in REMAX Los Angeles or REMAX South Africa, Turks and Caicos Island, anywhere in the world, and do cross-network brokering. So even if business comes to a slight correction here in the Philippines, there's vast opportunities to be taken and embraced in the REMAX world.
I like the way that sounds, Rhea.
You know who to look for when you're looking to buy your dream vacation home in Turks
The
and
lady I'm
Caicos.
looking at on stage, right?
Especially David, you have actually been to so many countries. And, there's always a REMAX agent ready, willing, and able to service you.
Okay, we're going to have a lot more time to talk about REMAX later on in the evening. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to Eddie Santos of REMAX
Thank you
for
very
his very optimistic evaluation of our property sector. But Eddie, I was just going to say that, we're going to be moving to our next part of the event, right? And we take a closer look at the success of REMAX. Earlier, we mentioned and we learned that at the core of REMAX brand is people. We mentioned that people are everything in the property business. A company that thrives because everybody wins. Ladies and gentlemen, Eddie, Rhea, let's all take this opportunity to listen and learn about REMAX with this video.
People who New leaps, new challenges, new rewards. For entrepreneurs, pioneers, and career-driven professionals, we bring you a new world to create and explore. Welcome to the world of RE/MAX. RE/MAX welcomes powerful and pioneering individuals to be part of the largest and most extensive network in the world. With a network of over 100,000 agents all over the globe and a 40-year heritage of real estate excellence, RE/MAX opens doors for you in ways other careers and businesses can't. At RE/MAX, we've proven year in and year out that nobody sells real estate like us. You see, our network is constantly expanding every year. In the past year alone, RE/MAX has dramatically increased its agent count and office count. With RE/MAX, you can discover the CEO in you and unlock your full potential with a structure that's customizable according to your business style. So when it comes to finding the perfect partner to achieve that sense of fulfillment and the promise of financial and career empowerment, RE/MAX has you covered. With RE/MAX, you get the powerful advantages of having an internationally recognized and supported brand. Brand power and name recognition, reputation and credibility, quality of agents, complete agent development, global conventions and other events. RE/MAX wants to help you achieve your goals and let you be all that you can be. And if you think this is all just hot air, allow RE/MAX's real success stories to share with you how owning their own successful franchise wasn't just a pipe dream.
Why did I have to get a RE/MAX franchise? Basically, in my opinion, it's an investment for the future.
It immediately gives us a global positioning power.
They prop you up, they help you out. The whole RE/MAX team, I could call anybody at any time in the RE/MAX main office, and they'll give me answers, no matter what time it is.
With RE/MAX, without you even saying a word yet, they already know you're one of the best in the country.
RE/MAX has taught us how to be professional, has taught us certain guidelines and procedures in terms of conducting ourselves in real estate. And that's made all the difference in the world.
Automatically, there's this backbone supporting you. It gave us, having the RE/MAX brand behind us, gave us the confidence to expand the business.
What you learn for a year or the loops, they're here to help you at a shorter span of time.
One powerful brand and a host of powerful tools that are yours to use and maximize. We call it the Power of 8. The power of the RE/MAX name. The power of recruitment tools and support. The power of RE/MAX marketing support. The power of RE/MAX technology suite with 4 world-class cutting-edge platforms to support you. The power of on-demand education and training. The power of RE/MAX business development. The power of freedom. And the power to launch. We're the world's #1 real estate brand and the largest global network of brokers and agents behind us. RE/MAX Philippines is ready to make an impact with you. Each RE/MAX franchise is independently owned and empowered with the ability to operate, manage, and succeed on its own. After all, we believe that we're all made for greater things, for higher heights, and for wider horizons. With RE/MAX, everybody wins.
All right, very, very nice. I think that sort of sums up very nicely what RE/MAX is all about. And David, if there's a unifying point that you can find in all of the success stories, it's the RE/MAX philosophy. It's about people. Everybody wins when you invest in a brand that invests in you.
That's correct. We keep on saying it, and we'll keep on saying it tonight. Everybody wins with RE/MAX. Now, how does a company as successful as RE/MAX do it? Well, we've discussed values and objectives. We've tackled challenges and solutions for various stakeholders and industry players. We've gained insights and constant shifts in the landscape. Now, everyone, let's take a look at the RE/MAX brand and how it works as a business that works for you.
So at this point, we'd like to call on stage, please, two great guys, right? I'm talking about the president of REMAX Philippines, Mr. Leonard Campos, as well as Director of Global Development, Mr. Chip Brecken. We'll be having a short Q&A about the REMAX business opportunity.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's call them Lenny and Chip. Good evening, gentlemen. Can we call you Lenny? Can we call you Chip?
Yes, please do.
All right.
Only my mother calls me Nathan, and that's when I'm in trouble, so we're good there.
Okay, these gentlemen are going to be answering your questions. Earlier in the evening, you might recall, we invited all of you to send in your questions about REMAX or about the property industry, and we will select from your text messages some questions that we'll be asking our two gentlemen here tonight. Saria, would you like to go with the first question?
All right, so one of the first ones that came in is, what are the advantages to owning a REMAX franchise?
I'll jump in that first. I would say there's a few main areas that really come into play first of all. And first of all is the picture of the balloon right there. A lot of people might ask, and this has been asked many, many times, what does a balloon have to do with real estate? And some people might say right off the bat, nothing. Actually, it has everything to do with real estate. That balloon signifies that we're above the crowd and that our agents do more business, they're more professional, they're more ethical, and they're more trained and have better education than the other agents in the business. So what that does, what that brand gives you right off the bat, is it instills an automatic trust with the consumers. They see the brand behind you. When you have your own business, as a REMAX agent, you have your own brand. But when you have the balloon behind you, when you go to somebody for business, they automatically have that trust built in with you. So the brand delivers that right off the bat. You know, in today's world, 76% of consumers buy based on brands. It's the way the world has gone. So it instills that trust right off the bat. So all you have to talk about is what I can do for you, not what the brand can do for you. Secondly, as we've already seen today, you automatically become part of a network. And that network is global, but it's also local. Real estate is local. So when you're part of a network, you're going to be part of a network with REMAX in Manila, in the Philippines, in Asia Pacific, in really the whole world. And you can tap into that network. And the great thing about the network is, as any of you people hopefully someday will go to our international convention in Las Vegas, you will meet people that share. REMAX has a culture of sharing, and they'll share their experiences, their training, their education, experience. They'll share as much as they can with you. So you're part of that network, and you can link into that network right off the bat. And then I would say the other piece of it too is the leadership, and the leadership not only from REMAX International, but also from the regional team here in the Philippines. You've got a great leadership team here that knows real estate. They've all been involved in real estate for a very long time. They've also been involved with REMAX for a long time, in Guam and Micronesia. So they do the training, and they have, maybe not all the answers, but they have most of the answers to your real estate needs, and they'll do the training and have the continued support there moving forward for you as an agent with REMAX.
All right, so the power of the REMAX leadership, the power of the network of REMAX, and the power of the REMAX brand.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's just say I'm sold. I'm sold right now.
There's a table right over there.
But the question is, now here's the important question, and this is reflected by this text question here. What support can I expect from REMAX or from the REMAX franchise if I sign up tonight?
I'm gonna let you handle that one.
Lenny?
I'll take that one.
If I sign up tonight, what can I expect? Support.
Well, there's a number of support that REMAX Philippines and REMAX provides. The first one is recruiting. Recruiting is essential for any growth of a real estate office. So REMAX has tools and materials and training, which is essential to show the broker owner how to effectively recruit and retain. So that's critical in the growth of any real estate office. So that's number one. Number two is marketing. Many businesses, especially small businesses, they don't spend resources or the time to effectively market. And to not effectively market is usually a downfall for any small business. So RE/MAX first offers the brand, which is the number one brand in the world. And then we have what's called a design center. A design center is a platform where brokers and agents can build their own advertisement and marketing material. There's about over 2,000 templates that they could choose from, and they could build it out of, since it's a web-based, they could do it out of the office or at the convenience of their home. And with this, they can do an effective marketing campaign without spending money. The next one I would say is training. Training is so important to professionalize any industry. And RE/MAX has the number one training program in real estate. We have a RE/MAX University, which is it's online platform that allows agents and brokers to train by the best real estate practitioners in the world. RE/MAX Philippines also offers live training, monthly training, especially for new agents. We call it a fire program. It's a one-week program, and it's basically a real estate 101. It's very comprehensive and extensive, and it's to kickstart someone's career in real estate. And then the last thing is office startup, a startup for a new office. We assist new franchisees on how to start their office. We give them a kit. We give them a training. Each broker goes through an extensive one-week training program on how to effectively open an office.
Before anything else, Ria, we'd just like to welcome you to the Philippines. It's a very lively country, as you can tell. It's pretty noisy. May we request everyone to just tone it down a bit because we're in the middle of a very important conversation here. We hope you understand. Let's show some Filipino hospitality to our guests from overseas. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. You will have a lot of time to be able to have fun, socialize, and network after the program. All right, so Leonard, going back to what you were saying, it's recruiting, it's marketing, it's training, and of course it's help with the office setup, which actually ties in with another question that we got, which asks about what is the ideal business setup for a RE/MAX franchise office? What should it look like? What should it have?
How large should it be or small should it be? Where do you start?
Is that mine? You want me to take it? Okay, I'll take it.
Now everyone's
by
quiet,
the way,
listening.
this is water, not vodka, but we offer two types of office setup. One is called a micro office, and that's for a broker who does not want to yet open a full office. We still provide all the technologies and the brand for that type of operation, but it's a small operation. It's usually limited to only an office no more than 30 square meters. And that's for someone who wants the exposure, wants the training, but doesn't want to yet do the full recruiting. With that type of franchise, is usually only a 3-year term, and then they then convert to a full franchise. Now, with our full franchise office, it's a full service office. The office space has to be no less than 65 square meters. And we train our brokers on how to maximize that and grow it into a passive type of office where you teach your agents to be profitable and succeeds. That way the broker owner is more dependent on their production and not the owner's production. And that way you can focus on the growth of your office through your agents.
And Ria, if you don't mind if I'd add to that, this trend is changing, or has been changing over the last decade or so as well. You know, especially in the United States, 10 years ago, we had offices that were very large because agents wanted private offices and they just wanted more space for them or their teams. But as you've seen the younger generation come into play, and also with the increase in technology and agents basically becoming more mobile, you don't need as much space as you maybe needed to 10 years ago. And of course, it also depends on, where you're at in the marketplace. Are you in a more rural spot? Are you in a high retail area? What are the costs per square foot? But one of the things that we also teach our franchisees is to figure out what is your overall cost per square foot. Look at it on a retail level, and then that's the way you need to set up your fees within your office to make sure that you're kind of managing, your P&L for that space. But definitely trends are changing to smaller office because frankly the agents shouldn't be in the office. They should be out doing business anyways.
That's correct.
Now, I'm pretty sure there's just one answer you all want to hear. How much capital? That's what everyone just wants to know anyway. So, I'm sold. I love it. I want to do this. Now, the real question, how much capital do I need to put up for a RE/MAX office?
Well, being that I'm from the United States and it is kind of election time for us there, I might give you a little bit of a political answer on that.
Okay, what's the
And
politically
the answer
correct
is,
answer?
it varies. So really, it really does depend. Obviously, the cost of a franchise is going to be the same for the initial franchise fee, and I'd encourage people to go visit, the table to talk with the team about that. But when it comes to actually setting up your office, that is going to be the majority of your cost. That there'll be more there, and of course, that's going to depend on, just like what I said, what type of a retail space are you in? Are you on ground floor? Are you on third floor, fourth floor, 10th floor? How big of a space do you have? What type of furnishings are you putting into that? So the good news is we, in RE/MAX, we always say we have a framework for you to work within, but it's your business. You get to operate it your way, so you can kind of design things as you need to see fit your capital budget. I will say this, though, over the last dozen years, if you look at Entrepreneur Magazine or Franchising Magazine, we are consistently rated as one of the lowest entry-level costs for a franchise. We're not a McDonald's where you need $1 million just to even apply for the franchise. So it really does
Capital
vary.
varies, but having said that, still one of the lowest entry levels in the industry.
One of the lowest ones, but you still do need capital. Yeah.
Nothing's for free.
No.
All right, so let's say I'm sold. I love the concept. I can afford it. The next question is, do I need to be a licensed real estate broker in order to buy a RE/MAX franchise?
The answer to that is yes and no. The initial answer is no, you do not need to be. If you are a business owner, you can buy a franchise. But ultimately, once it comes time for you to open that franchise, you will need a licensed broker in the Philippines to be able to do that. And it's, if Leonard, correct me if I'm wrong, it's one licensed broker for every 20 agents you have within your office. So you do need it, but in the United States it's very similar. In the United States, we sell a lot of franchises to business owners. Frankly, some of our best realtors in the United States don't make good business owners. They're good realtors, they don't make good business owners. Good business owners, we have many franchisees in the United States that are not licensed. They have a licensed broker that works for them, but frankly, some of our best ones are, just business owners that know how to run a business. So yes, you need to have somebody to open your office ultimately, but to buy a franchise, no.
I understand, gentlemen, that the Philippines is one of the fastest growing RE/MAX, countries in the world. How many more? What is your projection? How many more franchise offices do you expect in the Philippines? There's quite a lot already, and later on we're going to introduce to everyone here the list of franchises in the country, but how many more?
Okay. The sky's the limit, yeah. The short answer is 200 franchise offices within 2 years. But like my wife said, the sky is the limit. But realistically, we don't want to grow too fast, because it's not just about selling franchises, it's about providing support. So there's a plan in place to make sure our growth is also tailored to the support we could provide to the franchisees. So we feel comfortable at 200 for the first 2 years, and then as we go nationwide into other regions, and that of course that will change.
Okay, grow big, but grow steadily above the crowd, right?
Nicely said, Ria.
Exactly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to end our discussion here at 6 questions. There's many more, but we want to give everyone more time to know each other, have a good time, and most especially for our next event, ladies and gentlemen, which is the point where we introduce our franchisees and our new franchisees, which will be awarded this evening. In the meantime, let's give our 2 gentlemen on stage a big round of applause, Mr. Lenny Campos and Mr. Chip Brecken. But please remain on stage, gentlemen. As we also ask our RE/MAX country manager, Michelle Perlas, to join us on stage, together with Chip and Lenny, along with the board of directors, Eddie Santos, who was with us earlier, John Dueñas and Mrs. Liz Dueñas, and Mrs. Gina Campos, to join us on stage.
All right. And to add to the hard-working, driven, and beautiful people on the stage, we'd like to call on the broker owners of our growing family of RE/MAX businesses to please come on stage to be recognized as we call you. We are going to start with the broker owners of RE/MAX 888.
Let's call our broker owners on stage. RE/MAX 888, you're first. We're gonna call all of you on stage for a photograph, and of course, be recognized as the first movers for RE/MAX in the country. Next, we have RE/MAX Advantage. Can we also have them on stage? RE/MAX Advantage.
All right, guys, please make your way up the stage because we are gonna have a nice RE/MAX family photo at the end of this. So again, we're calling RE/MAX 888, RE/MAX Advantage, and RE/MAX Hacienda.
RE/MAX Hacienda, come on over. Come on and be recognized on stage. Any representatives of these RE/MAX franchise holders, 888, Advantage, and Hacienda? Also, RE/MAX Capital. Come on, RE/MAX
right.
Capital.
Okay, have more people coming on the stage. After RE/MAX Capital, we'd like to call on the broker owners of RE/MAX Central.
RE/MAX Gold.
RE/MAX Infinity.
RE/MAX Lyon.
RE/MAX Premier.
That's correct. RE/MAX Premier and RE/MAX Prestige.
RE/MAX Realty One.
Ria, I think you're part of this one. RE/MAX Realty Plus. That's yours, right?
I'll be joining the photo later on. Aside from Realty One and Realty Plus, we're calling on RE/MAX Regent Properties.
RE/MAX Spark Realty. Come on over. Come on stage,
All
everyone.
right, and my friends from down south, RE/MAX TRP Realty.
Hooray! Let's go south. And RE/MAX Unlimited. So there we have it. RE/MAX 888, Advantage, Hacienda, Capital, Central, Gold, Infinity, Lyon, Premier Prestige, Realty One, Realty Plus, Regent Properties, Spark Realty, TRP Realty, and RE/MAX Unlimited. Let's give them a big round of applause. Our RE/MAX family.
All right, and as we mentioned, David, our RE/MAX family is growing quite rapidly. Now we'd like to call on the stage, actually here on the steps of the stage, the representatives of the 3 newest franchisees to receive their respective awards, okay? So we will be handing them their certificates. So we're gonna start off by calling RE/MAX First. All right, the beautiful ladies behind RE/MAX First are Trish Briones, Judith Villonco, Sheila Espinar, and Lara Santico. So over here on the steps, ladies, thank you very much.
These are our RE/MAX broker owners from RE/MAX First. They'll be receiving their certificate, awarding the franchise tonight here on stage. Congratulations. Notice the symbolism. You have the existing RE/MAX family welcoming the newest members of the RE/MAX family on stage.
That's right. Absolutely beautiful. Congratulations once again to RE/MAX First. Very excited to have you as part of our organization.
Okay, now let's call on the next one. RE/MAX Unlimited. We have only one name on our list, and I hope he is here. Baring Olofsson.
That's right, for RE/MAX United. All right,
Hello,
Mr.
Barry.
Olofsson.
We have 3 new franchisees tonight, and this is the second of the third. Congratulations, Barry Olofsson, representing Remax United.
And just as a little bit of trivia, did you know that Mr. Olofsson was on the national team of the Finnish basketball team?
Okay, but why would we know that?
Because we do.
Because Ria loves basketball. Her family's a basketball family. Okay,
That's right.
thank you so much, Mr. Olofsson. Please remain on stage. And finally, Ria.
That's right, our third and last of the newest franchisees. We'd like to call on the people behind Remax Platinum, Mr. Mike Tan, Miss Lita Pabst, and Miss Candice Ledesma.
Congratulations, Remax Platinum, our third new franchisee for the evening.
Okay.
It's only been 2 years, Ria, 2 years since Remax has really moved into the country, and already so many Remax franchise holders. Fantastic, it's an amazing company.
Certainly looks like we are going to reach the goals that Leonard set for us. So now what we'd like to ask is for, as we mentioned earlier, a Remax family photo. So that means everyone's gonna have to squeeze in a little bit. Please take your cue from our floor directors so that we can compose the shot properly. And David, I'm gonna leave you temporarily to represent Remax Realty Plus.
All right, go ahead, Ria. Enjoy yourself out there. So if you haven't joined Remax yet, well, this is your opportunity to join these men and women on stage. I'm gonna move to the side a bit. I'm not part of the family just yet, but all right, we're gonna ask everyone to squeeze in a bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to move aside. Ladies and gentlemen, the Remax family, let's give them a big round of applause. And most especially to our 3 new Remax family members who have been introduced and who have been awarded a certificate as franchisees tonight. Let's give those 3 companies, new companies, a big round of applause. Congratulations to them. While we're having our pictures taken, we're just going to be passing around some of the champagne glasses. We're going to have a toast later on. So thank you very much to all our members of the Remax family, executives of Remax. Thank you so much. But we'd like to have our very good friend and guest, Mr. Lenny Campos, to remain on stage. Lenny is our very special guest tonight. He's come all the way from afar to say hello to his Remax growing family of Remax franchisees in the country. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the closing remarks and to lead us in a ceremonial toast, Lenny Campos. May we ask everyone to please stand up.
Can everyone please stand? Go. Okay. In 2001, I bought a Remax franchise. That's how I was introduced to the Remax system. I know from experience what a strong brand can do to a real estate company and to its growth and to its potential. Remax has changed how real estate is done throughout the world and is poised to do the same here in the Philippines. Join us and experience the Remax advantage. I would like to give a toast to the success of Remax Philippines. May God bless everyone with prosperity and good health now and for the future. Cheers.
Under one sky, one vibrant economy, one dynamic nation, one brand will soar high above the rest. No one to soar higher, no one to cover more ground, because nobody sells real estate like REMAX.
Congratulations, REMAX Philippines. I don't know how I got one of these in my hand, but I did. So before we wrap things up, again, we'd like to thank the sponsors who made this lovely evening possible. Thank you very much, Property 24, Property Asia, Per Square, and Federal Land.
There's really nothing else to say except that with REMAX, let's remember this. Everybody wins. Let's all say it together. Everybody wins. Congratulations. Have a good evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the night. More food, more drinks, and of course, more company for everyone. Good night, Ria.
Good night, David. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Congratulations.